On Friday, the Super Cup Stock Car Series paid a visit to Motordrome Speedway. So let's take a look at some highlights from the evening. Harvey Harrison in the 51 started on the pole for the 50-lapper. His son Brian had the other front row position as they took the green. While Brian Harrison took the lead, Kevin Cromer in the blue 77 battled the elder Harrison for second. Cromer secures a spot going into turn 3. On lap 18, Harvey Harrison gets underneath Cromer through 3 and 4 to move into the second position. Behind them, Todd Peck in the black and green number 40 pressures Rob Jones for the 4th spot. Peck is the nephew of late model ace and former Busch Grand National driver Tom Peck, and he carries the number 40 that adorned his uncle's winning race cars. On lap 23, Peck takes over third with this pass of Cromer and sets his sights on the Harrisons at the front of the field. On lap 31, Peck gets into the back of the 51, but Harvey Harrison holds on to the second position. A caution lap later sets up a restart where Peck works the outside of Harvey Harrison through turns 1 and 2. Off of turn 2, Peck is able to move up to second place and within a couple of car lengths of the lead. On lap 36, Peck takes the lead from Brian Harrison as they exit turn 4 and head down the front stretch. With less than 10 laps to go, Jody Harrison in the white 75 is beating on his uncle's bumper in an effort to move up to third place. After 50 laps, Todd Peck is able to withstand the challenge of Brian Harrison to take the checkers. Well, here we are, Todd, another Peck in victory lane. That goes back a few decades, but was the elder Harrison kind of holding you up there?
Yeah, I'll say he was second. Brian Harrison was leading, and they were running hard and taking care of each other. And he was holding me up a little bit. My patience started to wane probably halfway through, 3/4 of the way through the race. I felt the pressure to go and took matters into my own hands a little bit.
Feel good to win in your home state, I'm sure.
It feels fantastic. You know, the Peck heritage around here, and you know, it carries a lot of pressure for me because you know I have a legacy to carry on from you know Tom and everybody around here. And it just feels so good to be able to bring a win back to the Pecks in this area, man. It's the best feeling. It's like winning Daytona for me.
Of course, you're in the Hooters Pro Cup Series there for a number of years, and now that's kind of dissolved or evolved into something else. But now you have this the Super Cup cars here. What do you think of this series?
I love the Super Cup Series, man. I couldn't be happier. The guys are great. The competitors, it's good, hard racing. It's a whole lot of fun. The series is cost-effective, and like I say, you can't get much better racing this. You get to travel all over the country, you get to race with a good group of guys, and you know, cars that you can still build yourselves. You don't have fiberglass body. You still get to do all the sheet metal work, all the fab stuff, you know, which really brings it all together as a package and something that I just love to do. So it is Todd Peck in the Super Cup Stock Cars Series, followed by most of the Harrisons, Brian in second, Harvey in third, Jody in fourth, and Kevin Cromer was fifth. In the 50-lapper for the late models, we pick things up with the first lead change on lap 5 as Gary Wiltrout gets by early leader John Komarinsky. Komarinsky is then freight trained by Mark Pohl, Neil Brown, and Barry Audi. On lap 17, Brown is in second, but gets loose off of turn 2, opening the door for Audi to take the position. On lap 20, Audi is door-to-door with Wiltrout for the lead. Audi would gain sole possession up first going down the backstretch. One driver charging through the field was Nathan Russell in the 26, who started 11th. In his first start of the season, here he is working on Wiltrout, who has slid back to third place. A caution on lap 36 allows Brown to close the gap. On the restart, Russell looks low in 1 and 2 and turns Brown, who does a nice 360. Brown retains his spot since he didn't stop, while Komarinsky, who did stop on the track, is charged with the yellow. Brown would briefly hold the lead, but Audi would regain the spot and go on to take the checkers. Congratulations, Barry, win number 4 this season. You're having a great season here. Now they start you fast, guys, usually in the back, and of course you have to pick your way up through there. But you know, you ended up running there with Brown. It seems like on cold tires, maybe he had something for you, but as things kept going, you pulled away from him.
Yeah, I mean, I had to get a couple laps to get going. I'm sorry I got into him a little bit on the restart. It just had marbles on my tires, and it just like took off like ice. But I was real careful the next one, got some heat in there, and then got back by him again.
You have championships at Clearfield and Jennerstown. You're on your way. You could win one here at Motordrome. How would that feel?
Good. We tied one year here with Jeff Dunbar, and he had more wins than us, so he got the championship that year. So we come close once. So let's just see how the season goes. That's all.
Brown, Russell, Bobby Henry, and Paul Urso complete the top 5. Only 6 modifieds took the green for their 25-lap feature, and the 3 leaders get tangled up at the halfway point. JP Weiser would sneak by and go on to the victory. Here is JP doing his best Carl Edwards impersonation. In the next segment of Pit Pass, we will take a look at many of the special events for the upcoming 4th of July holiday. Keep it here.
When you think golf carts, think Jake's Custom Golf Carts. With over 300 stock and lifted carts at their shop, you'll find the cart you need or have Jake's build one to your specs. Custom airbrushing, lift kits, sport shifters, rear seats. You name it, with the expertise and craftsmanship people have come to expect from Jake's. Come see for yourself why Jake's is the nation's premier golf cart provider. Jake's Golf Carts, Route 522 McVeigh Town. Online at jakesgolfcarts.com.